How's it going, everyone? Mountainspyder here, bringing you another episode in the Pokemon TCG series. So I've played a little bit off screens to get enough Pokecoins to get the second pack. And we can now pick up the Towering Heights deck. Again, this is going to be a first impressions of this deck. I literally haven't even bought it yet, haven't even looked at the cards yet. So let's pick up the deck and let's see what's inside of it. I'm quite excited. I've enjoyed the Kyogre deck, the Unseen Depths, quite a bit. So let's see what this holds for us. So, Thrall, reverse shoulder throw. If your bench Pokemon have any damage counters on them, this deck does 90 more damage. Well, that's not bad. 120 damage off the bat. Okay, I like that. Gibble, I really don't like them as Pokemon cards. Stampede, 10, hit or bounce 30. Nothing special there. Gabite, Corkscrew Punch, Sharp Scythe. Again, not fantastic. Garchomp. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent's, this Pokemon's attack to 80 more damage. Okay, so it's a nice comeback Pokemon. And Overslice. You may discard an energy from this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 40 more damage. Alright. Garchomp's also quite nice because not a lot of the decks at the moment, not a lot of the theme decks are playing grass type Pokemon. So this makes Garchomp very, very nice because his weakness shouldn't come into play too often on the rank ladder. Time Pole, Flail Around, flip 3 coins. Attack does 10 damage for each heads. Not bad, I guess. Poppatoad, Mini Earthquake. This attack does 10 damage to each of your benched Pokemon. Okay, I'm starting to feel the theme of this deck is damage counters in your bench. Bulldoze. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a card, shuffle your deck, then put that card on top of it. Okay, Toad is quite nice. Tremulous Fist. This attack does 30 more damage for each of your bench Pokemon that had any damage counters on it. Okay, so it looks like this deck is all about putting damage counters onto your deck, onto your bench, and then essentially your Pokemon getting powered up from that. So switching out is going to be quite powerful with this deck. Groudon, Drought. Attach up to 2 energy cards from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Okay, that's not as good as... That's not nearly as good as Kyogre's version, taking them from the discard pile. And Trembling Ground. This Pokemon can't use Trembling Ground during your next turn. Okay. So basically get a hit off with Groudon and swap him out. Hopefully with him having a damage counter on him. And then your other Pokemon finish off the work. I don't know. I'm not too big of a fan of that Groudon. It seems that both legendary Pokemon in these decks seem to be rather sidelined. Mew. Bench Barrier. Prevent all damage done to your benched Pokemon by your opponent's attacks. Okay. I like that. So you're still able to get your attacks off, but your opponent's attack can't target your bench, which if you saw on previous video is very important. Side Power. Put 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. Okay, I like that. Can come in quite handy. Persimmon, Spike Draw. Draw 2 cards. I'm liking this as an opening. And Seismic Toss, 70 damage. Okay, Persimmon I'm really liking as your first active Pokemon. A 1 energy draw 2 cards is awesome, and on top of that, he's pretty beefy at 110. And what is also quite nice is his retreat cost is only 1, so you can literally attach 1 energy card to him to get Spike Draw off, get a few turns of draw off until you've got a strong bench Pokemon, and then retreat him out. So I'm liking that Persimmon. Okay, those are Pokemon done. Not bad. It seems to be a lot of bench interaction, but this deck I can see what's happening with it. I quite like it. Reveal Pokemon from your hand and put it into your deck. Oh, what am I reading? Pokemon Communication. Okay, so we've got a nice fetch mechanic. Switch, as expected, considering the amount of benched interaction. Lily, as always. Pokemon Fan Club, always happy to see that card in deck. Tate and Lisa, always happy to see that card in deck. Cynthia, always need Cynthia. Bugcatcher. I tend to get really unlucky with Bugcatcher, so I don't actually like the card. But there's potential. Here, I always like this card. Lady, search your deck for up to 4 basic energy cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Okay, makes sense going along with Groudon. Only 1 of though. Yeah, I would have liked 2 of that. Draw energy. Okay, I'm always happy with the draw energy, and then your basic fighting energy. Alright, so this deck is really revolving on putting damage on your bench. Yeah, and then getting really powerful attacks off. So let's try Towering Heights out. yeah, let's see what it's like. There's you can always an art until you actually get around to playing it. So I need to remember to deal, basically get some damage. Oh, really? Now I go up a grass type deck. Go up against a grass type deck. There's almost never grass type Pokemon on the theme, on the versus ladder. Do I want to go first or second? I think I might want to go second. I think I want to go second. I genuinely prefer to go second to get the first attack off. Yeah, that was a horrible draw. I'm really hoping to get the Persimmon in my opening hand. From the brief look at it, does seem like the Persimmon is the best first active Pokemon. And did not end up getting him. Do I have a switch? I don't have a switch either. Do I want... Oh, I don't know if I want to put Mew down to... I don't think that my opponent's deck has bench interaction. I can't remember though. I got Lily in the opening hand, which is always great. Yeah, I'm just concerned. I can't remember if this deck has bench interaction. Okay. Lone Reptile, only 40 HP, so he'll go down pretty quickly to Mew. I really can't remember if this deck has bench interaction. I really don't think it does. So we should be okay. The nice thing with Mew is the star power doesn't get affected by resistances. You just put 3 damage counters down, which is always great. Okay. First turn. Okay, let's go for Lily. Let's see if we get some better draws out. That's not bad. I'm quite happy getting into Palpitoad rather quicker. Let's get a Gibble down. Okay, so that's pretty decent. I am still sitting without energy though, which is a rather large problem. A bit of a disappointing opening hand. I was really hoping with Lily to at least draw into 1 energy, and my opponent's already got 2 Executors out. Wow, my opponent's having a great opening hand. Oh, this is problematic. That's scary. That is very scary. Still sitting without any energies in my hand. Come on, Bugcatcher. What did I say? Super, super unlucky. Okay. I really hope I can draw next turn into an energy. Really hope I can draw into an energy next turn. Okay, this looks like a bit of a tough game. More on the side that I've lucked out quite badly. This shouldn't happen. But let's see how it goes. I'll definitely be having another game after this. Yo, this guy's really damage with enhanced fang. This Pokemon has a Pokemon tool. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay. Well, on the plus side, I can get a Garchomp off, and Garchomp is... I'm going to lose an energy, but I need to get rid of him. Tropical Shake. This deck does 20 more damage for each type of basic energy card in your discard pile. You can't add more. Okay, so unfortunately he's going to get a... Oh, and I'm weak to him, unfortunately. Okay, let's go. I think let's go for Cynthia. This is a really terrible hand. It's not really improving. Okay, let's just go for Overslice. And yeah, I'm definitely going to discard an energy because I need this Raticate gone. I'm probably going to go down. Oh, I didn't actually need it. I forgot about my Pokemon power. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, this Pokemon's attack does 80 more damage. Ah, that's a mistake from my side there. Damn. Oh well. Nothing to do about it now. Okay. Let's get... I don't think I even want to Persimmon this late in the game. So let's go for Pokemon Center. Let's get rid of Persimmon to get the Seismitoad. Okay, let's get Seismitoad out. problem is he needs a lot of energy. So I think I'm going to do something similar with Groudon as I did with Kyogre and use it more as just an energy, basically just an energy sink. Just to, yay, it worked. Just as a way to get my energy out. Let's just get a Gill down in case I just start getting a second tree going there. Let's get Garchomp down. I know Garchomp's going to go down next turn, but what you going to do? Bulldoze. Switch your deck for Garchomp. You're taking that card on top. Okay. I think I want to do Bulldoze. And I think I'm looking for Lady. I want a lot of energy in my hand. I'm thinking of using Groudon for the next like 2 turns to charge up the Seismitoad. And then let's go for some damage. I'm going down next turn, so I'm quite happy using Overslice with the most amount of damage. Because like I said, I'm going down regardless, so I may as well guard this quite a swing. Okay, he's healing him up. I'm not sure why he's healing him up. 90 damage. I'll still KO him. I should still be able to KO him quite easily. Okay, Groudon's weak to grass. He's weak. All our Pokemon are weak to grass. Which is a bit unfortunate, but anyway. Okay. Oh, what a surprise. Lady, search your deck for 4 basic energy cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So let's go for Lady. Let's get those 4 basic energy cards and put them into our hand. And then what we are looking for next. What are we looking for next? Next we are looking for a Time Pole. Let's look for a Time Pole. Okay, Bulldoze. Let's look for a Time Pole. Bulldoze is broken. My word, is amazing. Okay, let's put an energy onto there. And let's use Drought. I think, can he knock me out next turn? I don't think he can. Because he's only got 1 energy type in there. So he'll be dealing 40 damage, which will go to 80. So I should have 1 more turn off. So let's get... No, actually, I need to use Drought to charge up the Seismitoad. I was thinking of putting on a Groudon to get an attack off, but the problem is when this Lowland Executor comes in, he's just going to KO him. There's no real point of charging up the Groudon and going... Because the thing is, I'll be able to get Trembling Ground off on the next attack to knock out that Executor, but then the other one will come in and just knock me out anyway without me having charged up the Seismitoad. Okay. What I want to do is go into... Does it deck run another Seismitoad? I wonder. What other basic Pokemon do I want? I wouldn't mind a second Groudon. And okay, I've got another guard. Still got another Garchomp, so I might bring another Garchomp out. I don't have another Seismitoad. He might be in my prize cards. So let me go for... I think this Throw, I guess. I guess he works. Okay, let's get a second Groudon down. And let's put one of these energies onto Time Pole. And let's use Drought onto Seismitoad. The logic is let's bring out the Palpitoad next turn. Oh, it just won't knock him out. Ah, that's a bit disappointing. I just won't knock him out. I don't think I did... I think I forgot to use Bulldoze last turn. Oh man. Okay, let's use Bulldoze. I actually want to bring out... I was really hoping for another Lady. I forgot this deck only round 1. Let's get some draw out. Okay. And for our next trick, let's evolve him. No, unfortunately this energy is not going to do squat. I should have actually searched for a switch. Although I guess it wouldn't really matter. I actually don't want to even use that energy yet this turn. I think let's just end it here. I actually need the second energy on Toad. So I can retreat him out next turn. The problem is I actually should have searched for a switch earlier on, because I would have liked to have switched it out and then I could have started using Seismitoad already. Let's go for Toad. So I can use Mini Earthquake. Okay, let's get some draws going. Okay, that's the Garchomp. Okay, I got Switch, which I want to see. I don't think I'll lose, because at the moment he doesn't have any energy there. So at the moment I'm taking 40 damage, I can switch him out next turn once he's attacked. So let's use Bulldoze to bring out what I need. And make a bite. Let's start charging him up. Let's go for the Mini Earthquake. Is there anything else I can do? Don't want to switch just yet. Okay, let's go for the Mini Earthquake. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't knock him out, which was actually a miscount on my side. But I've now got damage counters on my bench, which is what I want for Seismitoad, because now this is dealing... It's 30 damage for each of your bench Pokemon that has damage on it. So that'll be plus another 90 damage. Yeah, plus another 90 damage. So this guy's swinging for 170. So he's going to be KOing whatever he hits, as long as he stays alive. The problem is, 2 for 6, he's seen this coming. This Executor coming in is going to KO him. So what I need to do is not play him this turn. Let's get that going. And what do I need? What do I actually need to search for? Let me think for a second. None of this I need right now. So let's see what I need. None of Pokemon really help me right now. I wouldn't mind a draw energy, because I need that for Garchomp next turn. Okay, and I think the best play here is actually going for Mini Earthquake again, because I don't want my Seismitoad to be knocked out. I need to essentially bait out that Executor. There's my second Seismitoad, which is a bit unfortunate because I'm going to be losing this Toad now. Although I should have one more. I feel like I have one more. I'll check now and use Bulldoze. I think I've got one more Toad in my deck. Okay, can I swap out the Seismitoad without being in trouble? I think I'll be okay. Let's bring him out. Worst case scenario, I've got Garchomp. So let's bring Garchomp out. Let's get the energy down onto him to get the draw out. Never bad to see. Let's use Bulldoze. Yeah, I've got one more copy of each. So we can do... Let's bring out a... Okay, let's bring out a Time Pole first. So I can get Time Pole down, then evolve him, and then bring out the Seismitoad. So everything else is looking good. I can throw out Thrall just in case. I don't need anything from there. Energy's been played for the turn. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, let's start doing some actual damage to the Seismitoad. So how much damage is that now? That's 140. Oh, I miscounted. I miscounted. That is a huge mistake, so I'm now going to lose Seismitoad. That was very silly on my end. I miscounted. I forgot I had one less damage Pokemon on my side. Okay. I think let's... I think I need to switch him out. Because a flick and he's dead. Yeah, let's switch the Seismitoad out. Okay. Let's use Bulldoze to bring out... Oh man, there's a big mistake on my side. Oh, it has no retreat cost. That's actually fantastic. Then let's go for... Do I want to draw cards? Oh, I gotta shuffle my hand first. I don't want to shuffle my hand. Okay, this needs to go into time pole. Okay, let's go for this. Overslice. Oh, I should not have done that. Okay, it's fine. I don't need to discard anything because I got a lot less prize cards than my opponent, so I'm dealing 160 damage a shot, which is quite nice. Another switch. Switch is always quite handy. Gonna be taking a bit of damage now. This is 2, 4, 6. Taking about 60 damage, so I'll survive the hit, which is something at least. Although next turn I'm going to go down, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, I do need to use Seismitoad now to bring out energy cards. The nice thing is next turn I can actually use taking these just to refresh my hand. Oh, my opponent yielded. Okay, that was actually a really tough game. I wasn't expecting to have to play around that Alolan deck. Just to go to show, it is still quite effective. But yeah, so playing around with weakness was a bit difficult there. This deck does perform well. I feel like these two new decks, Towering Heights and Unseen Depths, you've really got to think when you're playing them. They're not as straightforward as the other decks, but they're very rewarding to play. So judging by that first game, it looks like Seismitoad and Garchomp really do pack most of the punch in the deck. It seems like Groudon really is more of a support, just as Kyogre was in the second deck. I want the coin flip. Do I want to go first or second? I want to go second. And I'm hoping to start with the Persimmon in my hand. That last game was a really, really bad few... Oh, come on! Again, a mulligan. I seem to be getting really bad luck at the moment. With some bad opening hands. Because I do want to see a Persimmon in my opening hand. Oh. Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Oof. Okay, yeah, oh, this is just not getting better. This is really not getting better. Whew, okay, apparently the game does not want me to win this one. So let's get as much energy out of the deck as possible. I've literally got 6 energy left in my deck on my first turn. Look at that. This is what you call a dead hand. Well, let's see if we get a comeback from this. Okay, a little bit of luck. A little bit of luck. The problem is, from next turn, I'm not dealing damage. And I desperately need a basic Pokemon. If I don't draw a Pokemon, game. Oh, man. Okay, well... It's a 6 win streak that's just gone down, just because of some really, really bad draws, which is very frustrating. Yeah, well played. Nothing I can do about that. That's a bit disappointing. Nature of card games. So anyway, with this deck, it does look like Persimmon is your best draw, your best first active Pokemon, just to be able to get those draws out, which is why I keep trying to go second. So that I can try and get the early draws off to get card advantage. I don't see much merit going first with this deck as... Well, I guess, yeah, there's always an argument for that. I tend to prefer going second. But it really is a personal preference. Groudon seems to go more supporting, so don't worry too much if you're not dealing damage with Groudon. Oh, yay, mirror match. And the Seismitoad can deal a lot of damage once you've gotten the mini Earthquake off first, so that all your bench Pokemon have damage counters on them. So this looks like a deck that you really do want a pretty full bench, again with the rubbish opening hand. What is happening? This deck needs a good shuffle. Oh, come on. Today's not my lucky day. Hopefully Bugcatcher can get some luck in. Okay, my opponent started with a Groudon, which is always a bit scary. Because I'm probably dead in 2 turns. So I've got 2 turns to get a basic Pokemon out. So as long as I don't have my luck from last game, I'm okay. Okay, that's alright. Pokemon Fan Club, let's get this going. I want to see a Groudon, and I want to see a... maybe even a Persimmon just to come in next turn. Actually, Persimmon to come in this turn. Okay. So, Persimmon, and Groudon, and a switch. I just realized now I can't do Spike Draw. Whoops, I forgot I needed a Fighting Energy for Spike Draw. This is not a good day. Alright, I need to remember that Spike Draw requires Fighting Energy before playing Switch. Right, so, I'm in an okay position. And I say that because my opponent has to use Draft this turn. And I sincerely hope they don't have 2 Fighting Energy. Okay, they had 2 Fighting Energy. Not the end of the world. What I need now, first of all, there's a Fighting Energy there, so to get Spike Draw off, which I'm going to need. I don't want to use Seismitoads. Wait, let me go for Bugcatcher first. Why, Bugcatcher, why? What I want to do, though, is I want to use this to get rid of Garchomp. Now, this is a bit unfortunate, and I know I'm going to have to look for it later. But if I can get Seismitoad down, then at least I can just search for Garchomp and put it back in my hand, essentially. So let's evolve this now. Because the next one I can also just use Cynthia. So let's go for Spike Draw. Fortunately, Persimmon is going down next turn. But I got a bit of a hand. Okay. So unfortunately, I'm definitely going down this next turn. But I know that whatever comes in won't go down the following turn. Well, won't go down the turn it comes in. Which is always good. So, let's get Groudon in. And, okay, Fighting Energy, which is what I want to see. Let's get Fighting Energy there. Let's get that down. The problem is I haven't got a Bulldoze off yet, which is a bit unfortunate. Let's get Cynthia, because this is a rubbish hand. Okay, let's hope this improves. That's a little better. That's actually quite nice. So let's get that going. I'm liking Persimmon quite a bit. Okay. Let's use the Seismitoad to fetch ourselves a Garchomp. Okay. Getting there. We're getting there. And let's use Drought to charge up this Groudon, because my Groudon can't go down this turn. Well, I just realized my opponent's going to retreat. If they're clever, they're going to retreat. Because otherwise this Groudon's going down. And if he retreats, he's then got a damaged Pokemon on his bench, which this deck wants to see. Yeah, there it is. Because now I can't... Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Good play from my opponent's side. That's what I was worried about. Okay. Let's get this going. As much as I want to play Lady right now, I'd rather use Cynthia when I've got an essentially empty hand. My opponent definitely outplayed me there. And let's go for... Let's get... What's his name? Palpitoad out. On top. I don't really want to play anything else. Let's go for the Spike Draw. Okay, that was a very good play from my opponent's side there. It's a nice thing you can do with this deck. And one important thing to note for those of you who aren't 100% sure what happened there, if you put your active Pokemon down into your bench, they essentially lose all of the effects from damage. So when my opponent used Trembling Ground, you can't use Trembling Ground on your next turn. However, if your Groudon switches into your bench and then comes back as your active Pokemon, the moment he swaps onto his bench, you essentially lose the debuff that you can't then attack. And that's how my opponent was able to then essentially swap onto your bench, swap back into active, and be able to use Trembling Ground again. It's a very good play from my opponent's side. I must commend them for it. And yeah, well played on their side. I mean, there's no real complaints about that. They had a very, very good play there. So let's charge on the Palpitoad. And what I want to see is let's get Gildan. Actually, should have put Gildan last turn, because what I can do now is I can go into a Gabite. And I can go into Bug Catcher. Oh yeah, I got 4 cards there. Ooh, this is the second Seismitoad. So Seismitoad's actually a bit of an awkward one, because I don't want Seismitoad just yet. Or because what I want to happen is I want to get Mini Earthquake off first. So anyway. Do I want a Pokemon Center? What do I need a Pokemon Center for? I want a Pokemon Communication. I want a Pokemon Communication for another Garchomp. There's Garchomp. Let's take you into a hand. Because I can evolve this Gabite and then evolve it to Garchomp. Alright, this is looking good. Let's go for Spike Draw. Okay, unfortunately Persimion's going to go down. And I drew into Lady, which is fantastic. Because I really need Lady out to be able to get use Groudon's Drought. Unfortunately, Palpitoad is just not going to be able to knock out this Groudon. And I'm really losing prize cards fast at the moment. Okay, well, let's see what happens. My opponent may have this game. I've got a strong bench, but I don't have the energy game yet. I need my Groudon to go off a few times. Before my Groudon can go off, I need to get Mini Earthquake off. So let's get Throwdown. And then let's get some evolutions going. Again, I don't want to use this Seismitoad just yet. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go for this. Get the energy out of my deck. I'm running out of energy, which is worrying. What I want on top of my deck is actually a switch. I'm not going to take an Lisa, but I'd rather have a switch on top. I don't think there's anything else here that I need. Actually, yeah, let's go for you. Okay. So we've got all of that done. We haven't attached energy yet. So attaching energy, let's get one down onto, because he can't use Trembling Ground this turn. So let us, but he can do the whole switch shenanigans. Let's start charge this up. Hopefully we get lucky. Okay, and let's go for Mini Earthquake. So now this Seismitoad is ready to deal damage. I should put that energy. No, I don't really want to retreat him. I want to switch him out. Okay, let's see what happens. I've got a little bit of breathing room because Groudon can't attack with Trembling Ground unless he swaps out. Because I actually need to get my Groudon in to just charge up with energies. Ah, damn. That's unfortunate. I think I've lost this. Some bad plays from my side, I think. Yeah, I really wasn't focusing this game. Okay, let's get that Garchomp going. Yeah, some really bad plays on my side. I was too slow. I didn't actually rely on Groudon. My opponent really played around their Groudon very well with the switching mechanic. Okay. Let's not give up just yet. Let's use Bulldoze. Always use Liz. Lisa, sorry. Yeah, I know, this was really bad plays on my side. Drought into Seismitoad. I'm basically going to rely now on Seismitoad sweeping, which I don't know if he can. Because Groudon actually goes down this turn. Because this will deal 3, 6, 9, 170 damage. So I can KO anything that comes in, but the problem is I have to really be careful because Groudon's going to go down this turn because of this reverse shoulder throw. So my opponent's going to be sitting on 1 prize card. I'm still sitting on 6. I don't think I can take this. I don't think I can take this. I made too many bad plays. Okay, this deck is a little bit difficult to play. I think I got too focused on trying to... I got too wrapped up trying to charge up Seismitoad. And I ended up losing way too many Pokemon. I threw Pokemon away like there was no tomorrow in this game. Which is really bad on my side. Yeah, just really silly plays on my side. Okay, let's go for Terminus Fist. There's not much else I can do. I'm doing 170 damage, which is a lot of damage. But the problem is that they can now bring the Groudon in, which will do 130 damage. And I can't swap out a Garchomp yet because Garchomp doesn't have the energy. Yeah, no, I played this very badly. Very, very badly. Yeah, these decks are really tough to play with. The Unseen Depths and the Towering Heights. Very tough to play with. I feel like they are very good decks, and they're very strong decks. But they're quite difficult to play with. Can my opponent do 140 damage? He can from Overslice. No, 120 damage from Overslice. So let me switch into Garchomp. And we charge up the other Garchomp. Let me bring a Bulldoze. What else do I even have in my deck? Thought I had a switch left in my deck. Energy. This stage, I don't think there's really much I can do. I'm really trying to play around. No, there's nothing I can do. Okay. The nice thing with Garchomp is he has a 0 retreat cost, which is very, very powerful. And works really well with Groudon. Because you can switch into Garchomp, then retreat Garchomp back into Groudon to get rid of the Trembling Ground. Which is a really good play, by the way. One that I should have actually made more use of. So Groudon, looks like Groudon can actually do a lot of damage with this deck, but you've got to play around a switching mechanic. So, why did my opponent do nothing? Because even if they remove a card, I'm not sure why they did nothing. So let's retreat into my other Garchomp. There's a 0 retreat cost. I don't think I have any more Cynthias. I've got 5 turns to win this game. I literally need to take a prize card a turn, and I can't draw. Overslice, I do not need to discard an energy for Overslice. Let's get some damage off. The problem is that my other one is not ready to come in yet. Oh, well played. My opponent's using Muse to put damage counters onto my Seismitoad on the bench. Well played. My opponent made some very, very good plays here. I must commend them. Very, very well played. Okay, well, a lot of good plays on my opponent's side, a lot of bad plays on my side. It happens. That was really well done. I'm happy to see that. So, you saw some fantastic plays from my opponent there. Terrible plays from me. But I hope this gave you a rough idea of how Towering Heights works. It's a very strong deck. Between Towering Heights and Unseen Depths, I think I do prefer Unseen Depths, but I want to get a few more games essentially off screen of Towering Heights to see how it performs. I hope this video helped inform you about this new deck, and if you're on the fence, I hope to help you decide a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers. Enjoy.